Good morning, my lovely friends. I hope that you're having an amazing day. Let's spread our legs about 3 to 4 feet apart, feet facing a little bit out at like a 45-degree angle, and come to a slight squat, lifting your arms parallel to the floor. This is called goddess, and just pulse here. This is a lovely and simple pose for toning the legs and getting some flexibility and mobility in the hips. Just keep pulsing here at your own pace. Not ready to get the heart rate up yet. Just warming up the body. Holding up the arms is great for the shoulders. Now straighten the legs. Bring the feet facing the front wall, and let's just lean over. Bring your hands to your shins, stretch out the back, and then let's come into Warrior 3. Left leg straight on the ground, lift your right leg behind you, foot flexed, arms out in front, nice and straight back, and make a T and balancing here. This is great for the bum and the back and for your balance. It's quite a challenge for stability. And now let's do the other side. So straight up, start in standing and bring that left leg back and the arms forward. Foot is flexed, back is straight, arms are right out in front of you, and you're looking down at the floor. Find one spot on the floor. This will help you to balance. And just breathe slowly. Now come up to standing and fold over your legs. Grab your toes, your shins, your thighs, whatever works. And just a gentle fold there. And now let's come down to a squatting burpee. Into the plank. Keep those knees just a little bit bent to protect them. I slowed this video down so you could see that my legs were bent, kind of a micro bend. Go at your own pace here, and you're not jumping at the top. You're just standing up straight. However many works for you. Down into a plank with bent knees, standing straight. That's all you have to remember. Let's get the heart rate up while protecting the knees. This is meant to be low impact. Still a challenge. And now let's take a forward fold once more over the legs. Nice and gentle. Keep the back straight. Bring your left leg forward and your right leg back. Eventually pointing the toes on that back leg, the back right leg, and straightening the left leg, keep the left leg bent. This is a low lunge. Lean back a little bit to stretch that right hip. This is a great stretch for the right hip flexor and the left hamstrings and hip. And now let's just switch to the other side, bringing the right leg forward and the left leg back as much as possible, while keeping the hips squared off toward the front of the room. Lean back once again, just a little bit, just to really give that left hip a stretch. And if you like, you can look up at the ceiling, whatever works for you. Come to sitting. We're going to get into Pilates 100. So come down onto your back with your knees bent at a 90-degree angle, your back up off the floor, keep your belly button tucked in, and pulse your hand for the count of 100. There's a reason this is called Pilates 100. The key here really is to make sure that your lower back is grounded into the mat and that your chin is tucked into your chest so that you're protecting your neck. And your knees should really be at this 90-degree angle. Count to 100 or wherever you can get. That's fine. Rock yourself up. And when you're ready, you can lean back a little bit on your sits bones. Take your peace fingers, grabbing your 2 big toes, and straighten out your legs like you're in boat pose, like you're making a V. And just as much as you can get those legs straight, right out in front of you. This is great for balance. And just hold here. And when you're ready, you can bring your legs out into a straddle. This requires some balance and some flexibility and strength. You want to eventually bring your chest forward, but wherever you're at today is fine. And collapse down into a straddle. And bring yourself forward a little bit. Just warming up still, getting ready for your day. Lean to the right. Lean to the left. Kind of bouncing here. Taking a break. Come to your hands and knees. And then to a plank and jack it out. These are called plank jacks. The only thing to remember here is not to sag your back or to bring your butt way up in the air. You don't want to hurt that lower back. Go at your own pace. Just bringing your feet to the edge of your mat and back again, like jumping jacks, but on the ground. This is great for the abs and it gets the heart rate up. I'm all about working cardio into the workout. Come into child's pose or some kind of variation of child's pose just to stretch out the hips and the back and the arms and to rest for a minute. Face forward once more. Grab your foot. Put your left arm under your left knee as much as you possibly can, as if you're trying to get that knee to touch the wall behind you. Hook your left foot under your right ankle, like I'm doing here. Plant your hands on the ground as firmly as possible, really gripping that ground, and lift yourself off of the mat. This is called 8-limbed pose or 8-angle pose. I can't remember. With your left leg on your elbow, hooked over your right leg. It's actually easier than it looks. It requires some upper body strength, some balance. Let's do the other side. Right knee on the right shoulder, hook that right foot onto the left ankle, plant the hands, lift up and point the legs out to the side, keeping them as straight as possible, keeping that bottom leg as straight as possible, the left leg, and hover. And now we will just grab the left leg, rock it like a baby for a minute. We're going to get into compass pose. With your right arm, flip the grip so you're grabbing the outside of the foot. Put it behind your shoulder if you can and straighten it out as much as you can. It might be completely bent here and that is totally fine, but if you can get it straight and twist the chest open, you're in compass pose. It's a pretty advanced pose. Now for the right leg, flip the grip to the outside of the foot. You can help get it onto your shoulder with the other hand and straighten the leg as much as you can, opening the chest, eventually looking up at the ceiling. And lower back down. Lean forward, grab your toes and pull, keeping the back straight. Don't go crazy here. This is just to get those hips nice and warm. Hold. Hold the forward fold. Now come to stand. And let's just do some lunges. Left leg out in front, right leg back. And lunge deeply and jump. So you're pulsing and jumping. I'm doing every third one or every fourth one as a jump. You can do every other one. You can do every one if you're really brave. Just jump every time that you lunge. For me, that's a little much right now, but just to show you how I'm keeping my legs nice and soft, I slowed this down so the knees never straighten. You're really softening the knees as you land. And then come to the back of your mat. Reach down. You're going to come into a tripod pose. So your arms are pretty, you want to move any necklaces or anything out of the way because we're going to get into headstand. Your arms are pretty wide apart and your elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. Walk your feet in as close to your face as you can possibly get them. You're in this tripod position. This is the easiest way to get into a headstand. And lift one leg and then kick up the other gently. Make sure there's nothing behind you that you can fall on. Maybe you want to do this against a wall at first. Headstands are actually much easier than they look. They look really intimidating, but if you start out in this tripod position, it's pretty easy. And the more you practice them, of course, the better you get at them. They're great for the crown chakra, they're great for the abs, they're great for balance, and it's said that they give you a youthful appearance, so that's always good. I stay in headstand for at least 2 hours every day to get my youthful appearance. I'm joking. Come into straddle when you're ready. Just lowering down all the way to the floor. You want to challenge yourself, but don't hurt yourself. As far as you can get it, come to your edge and lower down to the center, keeping your back flat. Grab the left shin or the left thigh or the left toes and crescent over with the right arm and then switch sides, grabbing the right toe and then reaching over, stretching the side body with the left hand. And then I'm just doing some really big circles just to kind of loosen up. And that's it. That's the workout. Namaste, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Subscribe, watch more videos, like, comment, all those good things. Goodbye.